Hey y'all, it's Missniecytv and I'm here to do a review for Sistas Season 7, Episode 20. The episode picks up where it left off with Gary announcing that him and Andi are getting married, and the girls are like, Andi, please tell us that this is not true. Andi's like, it is true. Gary says, I would officially like to invite all of you to my wedding with the exception of the hood rat duo. Zach and Fatima, you are no longer invited to my wedding and your presence is not needed. Zach is like, hey yo, I can show you what a hood rat is. Rich is like, don't you got a baby on the way, my man? Gary's like, what is this, an interview? Like, I understand that you're not trying to go back to jail, but I need you to mop the floor with Gary and show him what it is. Danny steps in and she's like, Andi, please tell me that you're not back with this man. Andi's like, yes, it's true, me and Gary are engaged to get married. This is serious and I need you all to respect it. Even though y'all might be disappointed in me, and Gary's like, did y'all hear that? She said, respect it, because I'm not going anywhere. And Gary quickly changes his mind, and he's like, as a matter of fact, none of y'all are invited to my wedding, but I hear that congratulations in order to you, Karen. Gary was like, I heard that you were pregnant by 2 menses, and I'm like, menses? Men is already plural. There's no need to add an S to it. Zach is like, hey, yo, chill out with all that, and Gary's like, if I don't? Rich is like, well, Zach and I will take turns beating you up, and since it's his baby shower, I let him go first. Andi's like, Gary, can you just go, please? Gary's like, well, I'll go, but let me know when these wild banshees leave the house, and I hope you all have a terrible day. After Gary leaves, the girls retreat into Andi's bedroom so that they could talk about what happened, and Karen's like, say this ain't so. Be so for real. Andi's like, yes, me and Gary are together, and I don't know what else y'all want me to say, but we're in a happy relationship, and I need you all to respect it. Danny's like, say it ain't so. Andi's like, yes, me and Gary are in a relationship, whether you believe that or not, I'm gonna need you to respect it, because Andi basically tells the girls that they need to leave it alone and just be happy for her, and then she apologizes for Gary ruining the party, and then she apologizes for herself. And Karen's like, don't apologize for that, man. Sabrina's like, yeah, that's all good and all, but I have a question. Were you cheating on Jordan with Gary the whole time? And Andi's like, yes. Fatima's like, I don't even believe that because you're not even looking at us with a straight face. On the other side of the door, Maurice is sitting there eavesdropping while Zach and Rich are just sitting on the couch. And they're like, what is she saying? Maurice is like, she said that she loved him. He's a stallion and she wanna ride it. Rich is like, dang, she was better off with Jordan. Zach is like, I thought Andi was smart. It's clear that she's not. And Gary is unhinged with mental health issues. All the girls come out the room except for Fatima, and the guys are asking what happened, and the girls are basically confirmed that Andi said that she was getting married to Gary and there's nothing that we can do. Zach had me messed up when he asked Karen, do you need a ride home? No, Zach, she doesn't need a ride home. Then we see Andi come out the bathroom and Fatima's sitting on her bed, and Andi asks Fatima, what are you still doing here? Fatima's like, I'm not leaving until I get some answers. Fatima's like, I understand that you might want to stay face with the other girls, but this is me. We've been through a lot together, especially with Gary, and I need to know what's going on. Fatima's like, I don't know what made you want to spend a block with him, but I'm not falling for it, so tell me what's going on. Andi's like, I know you're not falling for it, and I don't know what to do. I'm being forced to marry Gary in order to keep Jordan alive. Fatima's like, what else? Andi's like, well, Gary works with the huge cartel, and he donated $100,000 to Jordan's campaign. Over at Jordan's house, we see Ethan over there helping him practice his campaign speech, and the whole time Jordan is messing up. As they're practicing the campaign stuff, Rich comes over there to talk to Jordan and let him know what happened at the baby shower. And Rich is like, you won't believe what happened. Jordan's like, what, did the 2 baby daddies get into it? Rich is like, no, it's Andi. Her and Gary are getting married. Jordan's like, what? That don't even sound right. Rich is like, well, he came into the baby shower and announced it. Jordan's like, well, was he on something? Rich is like, he might have been, but it doesn't help that Andi confirmed it. And when the girls pressed about it, he still didn't give in. And Jordan's sitting there mad, like, after everything we've been through with her and him, she gonna go back to him? Which is like, he even came into the baby shower disrespecting all the women, and me and Zach had to go mad at him. And Jordan's like, well, that sounds about right. But if Andi likes dating psychopaths, why does she even date me? And Rich is like, I don't know. Jordan's like, I gotta call her. And Rich is like, I suggest that you don't do that. Jordan's like, what'd you suggest? Which is like, I suggest you leave her alone, because she's not worth it. Over at Zach and Fatima, Zach comes home from the baby shower, and Michael's being babysitted by the nanny, Miss Rose. Miss Rose is like, Zach, you have such an angel, and once Miss Rose leaves, Zach and Michael have a sweet conversation, and Zach tells him that he's going to be a great brother, and he's going to have to look out for his sister, and him and his sister are going to be close. Zach tells Michael the story about him and Jeremiah growing up and how him and Jeremiah aren't close and he wished that he was close with him. Zach tells Michael that he's going to have another sibling one day, which means that Fatima's pregnant on Fatima and it's going to be carried into this show. Speaking of pregnancy, over at Sabrina's house, Rich and Sabrina are having a conversation because she lets him know that she found her donor and it's Damani, and when he offered, I took it because I was tired of looking for a sperm donor, and he technically don't work together because he works in corporate. Rich is like, so how does this work? Do you have to get him off so he can ejaculate in the cup? Brenna's like, first of all, you asking too many questions, but no. and he's gonna get tested and vetted, and everything comes back. And we're just like, well, does he want to be in the baby's life? Does he want to be in your life? And does he like you? Sabrina's like, no, we're just new friends, and he offered to help me out, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. We're just like, well, I don't know too many niggas that would just give up this burden. Sabrina's like, I will stay in contact with him just in case the baby wants to know their biological father. And which is like, well, I don't like it. But weren't you the same one that told Sabrina that she could do whatever she wants on this fertility journey because you don't want kids and you're going to get mad about it? She's doing what makes her happy, and she found a donor for her child so that she could get her child. Little does she know she's already pregnant. Over at Danny's house, Tony comes over after the baby shower, and Danny's trying to tell him what's happening at the baby shower. And Tony's like, wait till I get out. As Tony's in the shower, his phone keeps going off, and it keeps blinking and ringing and stuff, so Danny picks it up and answers it because she's tired of it ringing. And when she answers it, she sees a text from Tim saying, look what I found. This is one of the best anniversary gifts you ever gave to me. And apparently it's a picture of her in lingerie. Tony finally gets out the shower and he goes to sit on the couch and talk to Danny. But Danny's like, so you want to tell me why your ex-wife is sending you new pictures? Tony's like, I don't know, but why are you going through my phone? Danny's like, I wasn't going through your phone. It just kept ringing and I thought it was an emergency, so I answered. Danny's like, so you don't want me to answer your phone? Tony's like, no, I don't. Danny's like, answer my question though. Why was she sending you nudes? Tony's like, I don't know. I tell her all the time that you're the one I want to be with and I'm rocking with you. Danny's like, I'm rocking with you sounds very convincing to me too. Tony's like, I don't know why you go into my phone, but you need to stop being jealous and insecure. Danny's like, I'm not being jealous or insecure. Tony, what you need to stop doing is gaslighting Danny into thinking that everything's her fault when it's not. You want to blame her for your children, stealing, and you want to blame her for your ex-wife's actions. Tony, you need to take some accountability for your actions and look at yourself and what are you doing to not check your ex-wife. He gets so mad at Danny that he forgets that he's just naked in a towel. And Danny's like, where are you going? Tony's like, I'm leaving because I can't deal with this right now. No matter how many times I tell you that you're the one I want and you're the one I want to be with, that's not good enough for you. Danny's like, well, my issue is with you not checking her, and how are you going to respond to this message? Tony's like, I don't know, can I at least try out first? Danny's like, no, you've been out for a while, and that's long enough to formulate a sentence. Tony's like, you know what, I'm leaving. Danny's like, you leaving? Tony's like, yeah. Danny's like, well, leave the towel because the towel's mine. Tony takes off the towel and throws it at Danny, so he walks out the door naked. I'm like, you would rather leave naked than sit there and talk about the issue at hand, which is your ex-wife. Andy and Gary are meeting with the wedding planner, and the wedding planner is telling them that this is going to be the wedding of the century, and she got a private island for them. How great the wedding is going to be, and then she tells Andy that she has a good man. I'm like, clearly the wedding planner can't pick up on signs about anything, because the whole time she's talking to Andy, Andy's sitting there with a meek look on her face. The meeting ends with the wedding planner, and Gary tells Andy to fix her face because she's stuck with him whether she likes it or not. And Andy's like, can I go now? Gary's like, no, drop your panties. Andy's like, well, I'm on that time of the month and I can't do that. Gary's like, well, just leave him around because I want to smell you. Andy doesn't want to do it, so he yells at her to take him off, so she takes him off and she throws him at him. I'm like, Gary, you're a very disgusting individual. Mind you, the whole time he's waiting for Andy to take her panties off, he's sitting here like a kid in a candy store waiting for her. As Andy is walking out the door, he sniffs her panties and he's like, thank you, future Mrs. It's the next day, and over at the bank, Marisa is coming in to ask Sabrina about what happened at the baby shower, and Sabrina's really not trying to give up no tea. She's like, it's the same thing that happened yesterday. She said that she's getting married to him, and after Sabrina's done talking with Marie, she gets a call from Damani, and Damani lets her know that he went to the doctor and the test came out fine and they can go through with the process. And Sabrina's like, if I wasn't at work right now, I'd be screaming. Over at the salon in Karen's office, Karen is sitting there going through her financial statements, and she's flipping through the papers, and she sees a lot of late notices that she can't pay because of her credit card. So she calls Pam into the office, and Pam is like, oh, you want to talk about what happened at the baby shower? Karen's like, not really, not right now. Karen's like, I want to talk about how you maxed out my credit card through Roots to Riches, and now I can't pay my bills. Pam is like, that was a while ago. Karen's like, well, you still use my money, and now I gotta stay here and pay the bill, and I don't know how. Pam has the audacity to say, I'm gonna let you borrow the money, and Karen's like, how you gonna let me borrow money that I gave to you? Karen's like, either you cut me in or I don't want to hear about Roots to Riches no more. Pam is like, well, I'm not cutting you in because you want to sit there and talk down on my little business. Pam, how are you gonna get mad at the lady that decided to help you? And if it wasn't for Karen, you wouldn't know Aaron, and Aaron is your investor. If I was Karen, I'd be suing Pam for that money. Over at the law firm in Andy's office, Andy gets a call from Penelope, and Penelope's first words are, why'd you break up with Jordan? Andy's like, how you know that? Penelope's like, well, the FBI let me call him. Did Gary have something to do with it? Andy's like, well, I'm not comfortable talking about this on the phone. Penelope's like, well, the phones are untapped. Andy, how stupid can you be? You would rather tell Fatima, the person that can't help you, for real. Even all she can do is help him get unalived versus the person that's working with the police. But you're totally too scared and uncomfortable to tell Penelope what's going on with Gary. Fatima comes into Andy's office to have a conversation with her about what she's going to do, and she asks her how she feels, and Andy's like, well, I feel hurt, betrayed, scared, uncomfortable, pissed. Andy's like, I don't have a plan, and sometimes you gotta sacrifice for the ones you love. Fatima's like, well, yeah, that's true, but how would you feel if you got away permanently? You know, I'm not talking about leaving Atlanta, I'm talking about something more permanent. Yes, Fatima, make that call. Let's get this show on the road, because Gary was supposed to leave a whole while ago. Over in Hayden's office, Marie shows up, and she's like, knock, knock. Hayden's like, Marie, what are you doing here? Marie's like, you know what I'm here for. Hayden's like, no, I don't. I got some more information on the case if you need it. Marie's like, yeah, whatever. How would you like to get away for the weekend? And Hayden's like, I gotta see about that, because I don't know how to sneak away. Marie's like, well, I own a private island in Antigua. It would just be me, you, and servant. Hayden's like, I'm down, but we shouldn't go soon because I don't want people to start talking, and I'm trying to win this case. I don't want to sabotage it. The next thing you know, Marie comes behind the desk and she starts jacking him. Mind you, while this is going on, Tamara's walking into the law firm, and the receptionist is not there, so she just walks back to Hayden's office. So she catches Marie and Hayden in the act, and she's like, who's this senior's assistant? Marie is like, you let your assistant walk in any type of way? Tamara's like, I'm his girlfriend. Tamara, I thought you was his wife, but okay. Hayden's like, Tamara, it's not what you think, and Maria's like, it's exactly what you think. I got your man hard right. Tamara's like, who's this senior citizen? And Maria's like, I was gonna give you an ugly look, but you already. Tamara's like, you're full of it, and you're a dog for cheating on me, and that's why you had that gray hair in your mouth. Maria had the most iconic line of the night. She's like, that wasn't gray hair, that's glitter from my coochie. I'm like, Maria's like, how did it taste? Tamara's like, oh, what's up, B? I don't care how old you are, how famous you are, and how rich you are, I'll still beat you up. Marie is like, I like threats, especially when it's coming from somebody younger than me, but they look older than me. Have you ever tried fillers? Then she told Hayden to tame his dog, and that's when Tamara walks out. But before she walked out, she munches Hayden in the face. After the aftermath of the altercation in Hayden's office, Hayden and Tamara walking out, and Hayden's begging Tamara to stop and talk to him. Fatima's looking like, uh-oh, it must be trouble in paradise, and that's when Maria walks out. And he's like, Maria, I didn't know we had a meeting today. Maria's like, we didn't. I just came to get something that I left. And Andy's like, is everything okay? We hear her shouting, and Maria's like, if it looks like I give a damn, let me know, because I don't want to give you the wrong impression. Then she tells Andy that she needs to wear concealer because her eyes are looking weary. And she tells the girls that she's going out to a gala tonight and she's going to serve. Over at the juice bar, Tony comes to talk to Rich about his problems and tell Rich that him and Danny are having problems because Tiffany wanted to send him new pictures. And Rich is like, why did she send you pictures anyway? Tony's like, I don't know. He's like, I tell her all the time that I don't want her, but she doesn't get it. And then Rich tells him about the fertility journey problems that he's having with Sabrina and Damani. Is spending his business to a location in Bucket. Rich has finally realized that Sabrina's the one and he loves her and he wants to be with her. And back over at the law firm, Andy is sitting in her office having flashbacks while Gary told her what she has to do, and she's just sitting here having flashbacks. And as she's having flashbacks, Jordan walks in her office. Andy's like, Jordan, what are you doing here? And Jordan's like, you know exactly why I'm here. You broke up with me so you can marry Gary. You want me the explanation. I'm not leaving here until I get it, but the thing is Andy actually gonna tell the truth. Let me know what you guys think about the episode. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn your bell notifications. Bye!